Well, it's time to update your calendars again, especially if you're a Calgary Flames fan or a Vancouver Canucks fan. Hi there, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And the Vancouver Canucks, unfortunately, they got hit hard with COVID-19, and I think at one point there were 25 players that were on the NHL COVID protocol. Basically, I say it, the whole team practically was in sick bay. So ultimately, games got postponed, rescheduled, and moved around. Well, now it needs to be postponed and scheduled and moved around again, especially with Calgary Flames and Vancouver Canucks games, as that's all touched upon in this video. So I guess it's very fitting that the Vancouver Canucks and Calgary Flames, the former Vancouver Canucks that the Calgary Flames picked up in free agent frenzy, well, they're going to see a lot of each other towards the end of the season. So let's bring up the story here, and this will change my plans a little when it comes to my game recaps for my Calgary Flames in 6, or I guess I'm going to say the end of the season. The episodes will be a 4-game set, but I'm going to be sneaking in games to make things up. So let's see and tell you the games that have been rescheduled yet again, especially when it comes to the Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks. So, first game, because actually the Calgary Flames and Vancouver Canucks, I say, will end off with a 4-game set to wrap up the 2020-21 NHL season, the North All-Canadian Division COVID edition, which definitely probably might be pushing off when the Canadian Division, North All-Canadian Division, will start their playoffs. But the first game that's been rescheduled, while the Calgary Flames hosting the Vancouver Canucks, that originally was scheduled for May the 3rd, now is moved to Thursday, May the 13th at 7 p.m. So that's the first game that has been rescheduled. So then the second game, it's Calgary at Vancouver. That now, originally got scheduled to April 21st, is now scheduled for Sunday, May the 16th. TBD when it comes to puck drop. And then the next game, Calgary at Vancouver, scheduled for May the 15th. Well, now that is going to be scheduled for Tuesday, May the 18th, TBD for puck drop. And then the last game of the regular season for both the Vancouver Canucks and the Calgary Flames, originally scheduled for May the 16th, is now scheduled for Wednesday, May the 19th. And that game would be in Calgary, TBD for puck drop. So at least we have dates for all 4 games, but only one of them have an actual puck drop. And I'm going to say, when you look at the standings when it comes to both the Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks, it's just going to be just a matter of getting the games in, because I don't think there'll be any playoff implications, especially when they play each other, when likely we'll know the matchups that are likely ahead. So now I guess the end of the regular season won't be until Wednesday, May the 19th, and as I mentioned, the league did get themselves a buffer, 2-week buffer, to have the season originally scheduled to end to when they could potentially end the season and try to get a full 4 rounds of the Stanley Cup Playoffs in, and award the Stanley Cup in time for the middle of July, and try to wrap it up just in time for the 2021 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. And that is still up in the air if that's actually going to happen, or if it's going to happen just with domestic fans or no fans. That's still to be determined, and that's another story. But Flames and Canucks, they're going to see a lot of each other at the end of the season. A lot of reunion tour, especially with a lot of transactions have changed. So now when it comes to my game recaps, well, I'll have my 4-game set, which will be games 49 to 52. I'll still have that planned to come out at the end of April. And then now the last episode, which I'll say games 53 to 56, but then we'll have some makeup games because of the games being rescheduled. If you look at my previous video, actually there was a game against the Ottawa Senators that got rescheduled, but we'll touch upon, looking ahead when I get there, that the games that got rescheduled once and twice. That episode, I guess, will not come until May the 20th, as the regular season will wrap up when it comes to the Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks. And then I think I'll do one more episode for just to touch on the season recap, because it's going to be a longer 4-game episode I'm just still trying to get on schedule and, officially call the game and that. It's just trying to keep everything in sync as possible. But it is what it is. But yeah, the Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks, they're going to have a 4-game set at the end of the regular season. Even though the games will likely not mean anything when it comes to playoff implications, it's always fun when Calgary and Vancouver play each other. It'll be interesting how that game's going to be treated because, the Vancouver Canucks are definitely going to be playing catch-up from the time off from COVID, and you got to wonder how well they're going to play, especially, unfortunately, getting sick with COVID, as in literally sick with COVID. I'm sick with COVID, but not from, fortunately for myself, I've not been hit with it, and I actually will be scheduled to get my vaccine dose next week, but I'm sick of everything else because of COVID, and hoping to get back to normal life sooner rather than later, but you never know. But that's what I touched upon in this video, so update your calendars yet again. Now with the fact that I use Google Calendar and everything is on here, at least I'm not scratching out, circling dates, and writing and changing, whiting out. That makes calendars messy, and got to still admire the NHL for trying to get games in and working on the schedules, especially, let's see, Buffalo got hit, New Jersey got hit, Dallas got hit, and then Vancouver got hit the hardest, but now in recent news you have the Colorado Avalanche. So it's gone around, and I'm not too sure if there's still time, but there's also been debate on possibly, for when it comes to the playoffs, maybe there'll still be bubbles, but I think now with this and the season being pushed further ahead, and assuming there's no more speed bumps, maybe the North Division bracket will start later. But it'd be interesting to see how the NHL is planning on doing when it comes to the other divisions, depending on everyone else getting their 56 games in. But they're still committed to get 56 games in for everybody. So that's all I have for this video. So as I say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey, home to Flames, Hitmen, Roughnecks, and Stampeders, I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel. But I also do a variety of non-sports content like personal vlogs, attempt to comedy, and also do share my experiences, say I'm on the road or at a sport event. So if that all sounds like it'd be interesting to watch, do follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey. You know what you do, just make sure you like, subscribe. I also have my other social media links down in the description below. So I'm going to still say go Flames go, and I guess we'll still be playing at least up until May the 19th when it comes to the schedule. Hopefully, it'll actually happen, and still dream, but very unlikely that the Calgary Flames will play beyond that because of playoffs and not because of more teams getting sick and being in sick bay. But it is what it is. But if any more updates, I'll make any videos on that. So I'm going to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.